Hello YouTube, this is Dark603 and today I'm bringing a review of the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Superion. Now before I go into Superion itself, I'm just going to show a little comparison between the 5 Aerialbots and obviously the 6 Aerialbot here, who Paraglide, who does turn into the supposed blaster mode. It looks kind of weird still for a blaster, but I guess it works. And so I just wanted to show a little bit of a look between all the Aerialbots. Now that I finally own all the Aerialbots, I'm really glad that I'm able to finally put together Superion after this long, painstaking wait for the second wave and so on and so forth. It's a bit unfortunate how the shipments got delayed and so on overall, and well, it'd been nice to own it a little sooner. At least I'm just glad to own them now. Now, as you can see, most of the Aerialbots actually are mostly just remolds / retools and so on of each other. Obviously, being that Alpha Bravo is the only mode that kind of sticks out the most, just because he is the extra component that was in the IDW verse rather than Slingshot, who is the original character that will be released later on. Now, as you can see, they do look rather impressive standing together, even just Paraglide just standing there with them. Obviously, he is a mini-bot, so he's a lot smaller than the others, but it's still really cool, and I really enjoy what they've done to work together to make Superion. Now, I'll be back to show a comparison between the vehicle modes. Anyways, we're back. We're going to now put them into limb modes. It's actually easier to put them from the vehicle to limb mode than it is robot, since it takes a lot less steps. Let's start with Alpha Bravo turning into one of the legs, since I decided I'm just going to go with the G1 route and put them in somewhat G1 accurate designs. Obviously, Alpha Bravo being the one that sticks out in place of Slingshot. Now, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is move the components like this. And then, what you're going to do is open up this piece here. You just kind of let it sit there. Make sure that the face is facing that way, because when you turn around, it's going to be hidden. If you turn it the other way, then the face is exposed. So make sure you turn the head around before you transform it. So now you have just the leg component there. And what you're going to do next is take the leg piece, lay it flat, just plug it on. There we have one of the legs. We're just going to put it aside here. Now, we're going to move on to the other leg, which I'll now do. It's now, Fireflight, I think the name is. Sometimes I get the names all mixed up. But anyways, what you're going to do to transfer Fireflight into a leg, you're going to do a very similar thing you did with Alpha Bravo. But we're going to open up the cockpit area. Going to put away the landing gear first. Turn the head around once again. And push it backwards. So now the head is hidden. We're just going to close it off like that. Just snap it to place, so bear with me there. We're going to close off the fin pieces there. So now you got almost the full leg. We're going to push up the fin. We're going to put fins back as well. And we're going to take the other leg component and lay flat once more. Stick it together. And there you have the other leg. Let's just... Normally you should plug it in like this, but since I'm actually going to go with the more G1 design, in the toy and the instructions and the promotional arts, you're supposed to make it look like this, where the fin piece is forward, but since this piece won't lay flat thanks to the connecting joint on Silverbolt, we're just going to lay it open just a bit. So it looks like that. And now, we'll move on to an arm. We're going to take Air Raid here. We're going to push up the fins. We're going to move the hands here. Open up the legs as if you're turning into robot mode, but we're not going to fully form it, obviously. Make sure it lays open like that, and you're just going to plug it together like you would do in the transformation. So make sure that you got everything into place. My area joints are very tight, so sometimes it is hard to move some of the joints around. And we're just going to plug it in as if you're going to turn it into robot mode. So you just plug it in like that. And then you just close it off, both sides. Put it together, and then you just close it off like that. So now you have almost a full arm. What you're going to do next is take these components, and you're going to do this weird thing where this kind of turns around. I'm not sure exactly what to do with the arms, but what I think is take these little pegs and peg it onto the aerials there. So make sure that you Face them like that, so it looks like that on both sides. And there you have at least the component together. Finish up, you just push down this piece here, and you plug it in like that. And you're going to turn this around, so now you have the arm almost fully formed. Then, obviously, you're going to take the component, and you're going to turn it like this. So there you have one arm, you just plug it on. Then turn around. There you have his arm. I'm just going to take that aside. And now we're going to change Skydive into his arm form. I showed off the transformation in the Skydive video. I didn't do it with the others just because it is pretty straightforward. But just to quickly just go over it, you transform like the other arm components. And then you just plug it in like this. Turn this around, close off here. Plug this piece in the back here. Turn these arms around. Face this way. Then you just plug them in, like I did with the other video. Sometimes it's a bit finicky, so we're just going to plug it in like that. See on the other side. Plug in properly. There. Then you're gonna push on the head, turn this around, and we're just going to plug in the hand, like so. So now we have the other arm. Now for Aerialbots, what you're gonna do is take the main component, push these pieces like this, and this can go either way, but I'm just gonna put it in like that. Then you're going to take the canopy, take it to the front, close it off. So now you have something that looks like this. Turn the arms around, face them this direction on both sides. Looks like that. Turn the arms, or hand should I say. Then you're going to kind of stick something in here, so I just dig the nail inside so that you could pull out these components like that. So now you got the head. Make sure that the head is a little bit inward so that you can pull out this panel here. You're going to then turn this entire piece around. Make sure to be careful since it is a bit, can be a bit fragile there. So make sure that you get this done correctly. So it looks like that. Pull up the fins, or not fins, but the antennas. Close it off. So now you have the front of Superion. Now to finish up, all you need to do is push in the chest panel pieces. I think they did a very nice job hiding those pieces in the legs. Instead of being a separate component you just plug over. There you have the front of Superion. Now, for the combination, it's pretty simple. Obviously, you just slide in the components. Just got to slide it in here. Got to do that. Slide in the other piece. Then what we're going to do is slide in. Okay, before that, actually, you're supposed to open these components here. And then you can slide in the arms. Like this. You do the same for the other side. So now you almost have the full, at least base Superion body. Now for the power glide, what you got to do, Superion will be in frame in a minute, but what you're going to do with power glide, I think I did show it off in the power glide review. Just going to turn these around so that you plug them in like this. Close off these pieces here. Pull out the landing gear, which will become the handle piece. There you have power glide in his blaster / gun mode. You could just stick it on to his hand, which I'll now put Superion in frame. Okay. So now what we're going to do is just plug in Paraglide into his hand. Just take the large gun that obviously Silver owns. What I like to do is just stick the weapons on top. So it looks like that. Just plug it on. Then I just plug in the other gun underneath the arm, just so I can give a little bit more armament, and there's a little reason for there. And then all I do with the other two guns is I kind of just stick it on his hips. And there you have Superion fully transformed. Now, final thoughts of Superion. I think, once again, I repeat that Hasbro and Takara does a really nice job overall designing the figure, and after all the years of not going into combiners, I think that they did a pretty decent job in the overall toy, and I'm really glad to actually finally own Superion. I never got a chance to get the G1 toy. I do own some of the G1 combiners, but Superion is just one of those that I couldn't get just because the price was extremely high, so I'm actually happy to finally own the Generations version now, since I'm finally able to own Superion. Now, there are some few problems with Superion, which I didn't mention earlier in the video, is that the horn piece is on this rubbery plastic, so it does kind of not stay in a good position. Sometimes it doesn't stay straight and all that. And there are some reports that the clip inside for the head does snap, which is a bit unfortunate, but so far mine's fine. I don't see any stress marks or anything like some people have seen, so just be careful when you move into combination parts, and it is unfortunate that the problem does exist on the toy. But overall, I still think Superion is definitely worth it. If you decide to get the Hasbro one, that's cool, but obviously it would be easy to just order the Takara one, because not only do you get Slingshot, or what's that other name that they gave it? I forgot exactly what the American version of the new Slingshot is, but I'll put it in the, possibly in a box on the side, someone wants to figure it out. I still think they did a nice job designing it, and I think it's definitely worth it either getting Takara or Hasbro, just whatever is easy for you. I got the rest of the components from Hasbro Toy Shop. It did take quite a long time to get there, but I'm just happy that they did overnight shipping and so on, like for some other people as well. It is nice that they actually went ahead and just released them as fast as they could for those who ordered it way earlier on. And I think it's definitely worth it. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, check out Hirotaku and the associated channels down below. Also check out the podcasts on Rajio Nihon, www Hirotaku Hero News, and also check me out on Twitter and Darkon633, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.